Hey YouTube viewers, TJ Pyramid here, back with another movie review. And it's of a movie I've been wanting to see for a while. I picked it up on Black Friday, and finally got around to watching it. And it is Edge of Tomorrow, or Live, Die, Repeat. Originally known as All You Need Is Kill, which is actually the title of the Japanese light novel by Hiroshi Sakurazaka. Which I haven't actually read, but I hear the ending is a bit different than the movie, so I'd be interested in reading that. Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt. Let me take the slipcase off here. Directed by Doug Liman, who I've actually been following as a director, probably going all the way back to what I can think of his first film in '96, Swingers, with Vince Vaughn. And, of course, Go. And I think he really broke big in Hollywood kind of when he did The Bourne Identity, and then, of course, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. He's had a couple clunkers on the way, but yeah, beyond that. So in this film here, you have the Tom Cruise character, Major William Cage, who is really just kind of a mouthpiece to the military. He hypes it up. He gets soldiers recruited and everything, and he gets called to London, and this general wants to talk to him. So he goes in there, and the general basically tells him, you're going to the front line. And Tom Cruise is like, no. He's like, I'm just a talker. That's why I have this job, so I don't have to be out there in the thick of things. I don't have to get shot at. I don't have to get killed. And the general basically just says, yeah, you're going, and Tom Cruise is like, well, blah, blah, blah. He says some stuff to, kind of blackmail the general, and the general basically says, okay, well, you're not going to go. All in all, you're not going to go. But Tom Cruise is like, all right, cool. So he walks out, and the general basically has him arrested, and that starts his whole hellish ride here. They take him to where the rest of the soldiers are. He's handcuffed. He's scared shitless. He doesn't know what's going on. Because it's not the type of, thing that he's used to being in the military. He's used to the nice, clean, pressed suits and the fancy offices and just, skirting by on the outskirts of actual battle and stuff. So he goes into battle. They suit him up in these, as you can see, kind of on the front. No, well, yeah, kind of here on the back. Basically like power suits. You're hooked in. You're in these huge machines, like big exoskeletons with rocket launchers and machine guns and shit. And he's sweating, he's pouring sweat. The rest of the people, the J Squad, are making fun of him, because they're all trained soldiers and stuff. He's basically shitting himself. And so they drop onto the beach where the aliens are. Yes, this is about aliens as well. Thing about the aliens in this movie, they always seem to know what the military is going to do, where they're going to be, and everything else. So, yeah, Tom Cruise gets dropped onto the beach. Things kind of go bad before that, when they're still getting transported there. Lands on the beach, and one of the bigger aliens, it's called an alpha, basically comes at him. And the aliens, by the way, I think are really, really cool. It's hard to come up with a really cool original alien, but I like the aliens in this. They're like tentacled beasts that kind of spin and just glow, and they're just really cool looking to me. So this alpha's coming at him, and he has like a claymore, like a mine type thing, and blows it up. And the first time you see Tom Cruise die, the alien's blood basically rushes over him, and it melts him kind of like acid. And then we have a Tom Cruise that jumps awake, and he's laying on the duffel bags and stuff like he was when he first got to the military base where the soldiers are. So he's kind of like, alright, what's going on here? So he goes through, he knows what the general's going to say, or he knows what his commander's going to say when he's walking with him. He knows what, when he gets introduced to the J Squad, he knows what they're going to say, and drop back into battle, dies a different way. So basically Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, only with aliens and violence, guns, shooting, loud noises, explosions, and other fun good stuff. So eventually he catches on, and you get introduced to the Rita Bertrasky, who's played by Emily Blunt. She's like the hero. She wiped out like all these aliens, and you know, she's basically I think they call her the Full Metal Bitch, which is really cool. I like that. I like that moniker. So she kind of knows what's going on with him. After his repeated deaths and coming back, waking up at the same spot. One of the times she says, you know, when you wake up, come see me. And then he gets killed, and he goes to see her when she's training. And, you know, she's kind of like, well, who are you? You know, who told you you could talk to me? And he's like, well, you did. And that kind of starts the whole process of them working together, repeatedly trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. Because she had this ability, and she lost this ability. She started having these visions of where the main alien, because the aliens in this are basically, you got to kind of look at them as like one life force, like they're all one being, and the main brain is the Omega. She was having visions of where the Omega was, where it could be located to where it could be killed, and Tom Cruise gets those visions, and so they're trying to figure out, okay, how can we get there? So they keep going. They keep he keeps dying, or they mess up. She has to shoot him. They keep going, repeat, until they're getting the plan down of, like, you know, bigger, faster, stronger, smarter. We know where we need to go. We know what we need to do. But that's when there's a little chink in the armor, because not is all is not what it seems. That's actually going on with the Tom Cruise character, with the visions and everything like that. I won't. It's hard to say too much more about, like, a little after the middle, towards the end of the film and stuff, of things that start going on. But I highly enjoyed it. I thought it was really smart, really great effects, fun characters, really well thought out. If you're a fan of, like, time travel and the ability to control time, things like that, you're really going to want to check this movie out. I've seen various things talking about the ending of the film, which, once again, I can't really say anything about it unless you've seen the movie, and then you'll kind of know where I was going to go. But that would kind of spoil it. So you know, if you're a fan of time traveling films, sci-fi films, alien films, you're really going to like this film. I am a big fan of Tom Cruise in action type films, and especially like sci-fi films, you know, Minority Report, Oblivion, War of the Worlds. I just love him in sci-fi films. I'm not a huge fan of his other movies and stuff, but when he does, like, you know, Jack Reacher action type stuff and sci-fi stuff, I really dig the guy, in science fiction stuff. Also a fan of Emily Blunt. She doesn't really do a lot of movies I'm into, but, you know, when I do see her, I always enjoy her on screen. But just a super smart film. I really wish I could spoil the ending for everybody so I could go into it more, but I can't. So you're just going to have to trust me on this. Check out Live, Die, Repeat, and see if you can come up with your own conclusions of why and how the ending worked the way it did. And yeah, so I highly recommend this. It's just a really cool, fun film. So check out Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat. Great science fiction, time traveling fun. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, spread the word, and cheers.